tienes que demostrar un poquito si es que tú me amas. Es que tú me gustas, de confianza abusas, mujer. En mi habitación, y con mi canción, haciendo el amor. Es que quieres fiel, pero estás con él, baby. En mi habitación, y con mi canción, haciendo el amor. Es que quieres fiel, pero estás con él, baby. Hasta que me dejas en visto, crees que te voy a perdonar. Tú me jodiste la vida, ahora te voy a celebrar. Y todos los años contigo, parece que yo lo perdí. Me viste la cara de pendejo, y eso yo lo permití. Que tú pensabas que íbamos a regresar. Dice el dicho, el que te ama te hace llorar. Eso para tu caso, pero menos para el mío. Porque justo en esta situación, ya todo lo tengo. En mi habitación, y con mi canción, haciendo el amor. Es que quieres fiel, pero estás con él, baby. En mi habitación, y con mi canción, haciendo el amor. Es que quieres fiel, pero estás con él, baby. Acércate, aclara tus dudas. Yo soy mejor que él, de aquí te mudas. Con dulce ni eres miel, tú eres un Judas. Que te abrigue la vida porque es muy cruda. Acércate y de paso, te hago un repaso de todo lo bueno que tuviste a mi lado. Yo sí dudo mucho que tengas lo que yo tuve. Él una avioneta y yo el dueño de las nubes. En mi habitación, y con mi canción, haciendo el amor. Es que quieres fiel, pero estás con él, baby. En mi habitación, y con mi canción, haciendo el amor. Es que quieres fiel, pero estás con él, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the half century, leg number 50 here of the World Adventure in the Little Plane That Could, and the eve of the first Cooking on the Fly stream. Hence the slightly earlier stream start, because I have a little bit of stuff to do before the Cooking on the Fly stream tomorrow, and I also have the opportunity to visit the local market, which I have not had an opportunity to do in the last almost 2 years since I moved here, because working as a chef I was working Saturday, Sunday the whole time. So I am fully aware that this slightly earlier start means that a number of people will not be able to join us for flying, as the time is not exactly suitable to, you know, some of our friends over in the United States, etc. So I do apologise to them for that, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Anyway, I'd like to say welcome to those who have managed to join us. I hope you are doing all very well. Mr. Bubba Von Braun, hello. Welcome to the stream. David Jacko, as usual, the man, the myth, the legend, and my moderator for these YouTube streams. How you going, legend? Welcome to the stream. Tim Brown, our UK legend, and holding the Union Jack up for the UK in this stream at the moment. Vruden the Great. Wow, Vruden. It must be, I don't know what time in the morning over there. You are insane and you are dedicated, and I love it. I love it. So, it looks like we're probably only going to be flying with a few people, and, you know, that's, you know, as I said, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And I'm doing what I got to do, I guess, if that makes sense. Sometimes life, you got to balance things with life. All right, so I'm going to start this up now. This weather is not impressive in any way, shape or form. So I'm hoping that it improves as we go, but the general aim for myself on this flight will be to get above it and hope that it clears. The good news is that along the way there's not too much scenery that's going to be impacted by this weather. It's just at the destination the scenery is quite lovely. Now tonight's flight is going to be a short one. It's only about an hour and a half. So it's a slightly shorter flight, slightly shorter stream than it would usually be. That's just because it was recommended to me that we do visit this location. So I'm going to say I'm going to probably need to go to about 6,000, maybe 7,000 feet to clear these clouds. I'm hoping I can come back down a bit lower. And I do hope that the weather does clear. Trying to do this with track IR is not the smartest idea, because then you accidentally hit the wrong button. There we go, 6,800 is what's happening. Hey, Brett Plays, mate, how are you going? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well, mate. I do hope you are doing well. Alright, let's put some lighting into this thing. Turn that fuel pump off. Let's put some flaps in. It is some very decent rain. We've had a lot of thunder and lightning, very, very frightening me, but we haven't had this much rain. The good news is that the wind is going straight up the runway that's just behind. So the runway that is just there, I can't quite get track IR to show me, but you're getting a general idea of where I'm trying to look. So we are, according to the map here anyway, within the aircraft, we are able to just take off in that direction. Whether that is the actual active runway is another question, but I'm just using the whole premise of headwind equals takeoff on that runway. So anyway, if everyone else seems to be quite ready. I've been whilst I've been watching a bit of Mighty Car Mods, I've had this window open as well with the sim, and I've noticed that if basically all of you are already here and ready to go and basically waiting for me to hit live. So I'm here now, so let's go. Kangaroo is on live weather and he doesn't have rain. What? That doesn't make any sense, mate. That's really weird, eh? Wave at everyone as we go past. We have a DA40 with a Cessna on top of it. Somebody's decided to bring out the float Cessna, and with the amount of rain that's occurring here, I don't really blame them. Hey, Letter Rapier, mate. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Actually, also, welcome, Kangaroo. I just was a little bit surprised that you don't have rain if you're on live weather, but there you go. That's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 for you. It's live weather, but the question is it the same live weather as everybody else? I'm using the track IR to sort of look around at scenery, but the fact of the matter is there's nothing to see. Ah, it's raining now? Okay, cool. So I wonder what happened there. That's very interesting, but probably give it a bit more power here, get it moving a little bit more. Wes is only on one screen. And why are you only on one screen, Wes? I screen, you screen, we all screen for one screen. Can I have like a taxiway to the runway, please, airport? Like, that would be really, really useful. Don't need much runway. This is only a DA40. Looks like we've finally got a runway entry point coming up over here. Ah, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Brett, I didn't realise that Wes had a screen that was almost at the end of its road. I can't even bloody tell if this is the runway or not. It's so wet. Ah, you're babysitting your little brother for the weekend. Didn't bring everything with you. Well, you know what, Wes? That's just not good enough. Only joking, mate. All good, bro. There we go. Mr. Vrooden's aligning himself with me. Brakes on completely. We'll just have a squiz. We've got Tim. Bubba's behind me. We've got... Oh no, Bubba's taking off. Is what Bubba's doing. So who the hell's behind me then? Probably Jacko, but I just can't see his name. Alright. Let us departulate. And get above this cloud so that we can hopefully see something. But it is very, very wet today in Natal. So, the stream name from Wax to Reef, and then hers in brackets, is basically in reference to obviously the fact that this is the Caranuba Wax part of the world, and where we're going to is famous for its reefs in Brazil. But I just had to try and sort of make it sound rhymey, I guess. It's just the way my messed up brain works. So there we go. Alright, let's come on plane, let's get some altitude is the word I'm looking for. Altitude. Change that on. Very good, very good. I will take off the... There's no real point having track IR on because can't see anything. But as usual, it's very, very useful for the takeoff and landing. So Bubba Von Braun is in the JSX, which I'm not even sure what that even is, but so we got Big Jack, we got Tim, we got Vrooden, and we got Kangaroo and Bubba flying along. And amazingly, we've got 12 viewers. So to the 12 viewers, if you haven't introduced yourself yet or said hi, hello, how are you going? I hope you are doing well. We've had to go with a slightly earlier stream time for myself this evening, just because people would like me to join in their life activities at a reasonable time tomorrow morning. And I would very much like to be a part of them. So, if any of the Americans do rewatch this, again, I do apologise. I know it means that a lot of you probably, if you're flying every single route, you probably have to fly it in your own time. I will obviously try to avoid too many of these scenarios. Joys of J-Car. Oh, because of the sensitive DIY adapter, the sensitive DIY adapter. It's one of those do-it-yourself adapters. DVI adapter. Oh, it looks like the cloud layer is not very high up. Already able to see. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles. Well, I can't see all obstacles actually, so there's almost a high chance of hitting a mountain here if there is one. I'm hoping there's not. So, I do also apologise for the yawning. I worked at a cafe this morning, which meant like getting out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, which my body clock is not adjusted to because of streaming and content creation and all that. So I probably will be tired, I'll probably sound tired, I probably look tired. I am tired. I'm not even going to try and sugarcoat that. That's part of the other reason why I did such an early stream today, so that I can get a good night's sleep and be at my absolute prime for tomorrow's cooking on the fly. Speaking of which, I need all you legends in chat, just before we end the stream, somebody please remind me to start the export process of the video for tomorrow's cooking on the fly, because I finished editing it a couple of hours ago, but it's like 45 gigabytes of 4K video to export, so can't really do that in the background whilst I'm streaming. My computer won't like that at all, so I just need somebody to just be like, hit export or whatever, and I will leave that running overnight, because to do 35 gigabytes of 4K exporting is probably going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours at the very, very minimum. Yes, thank you everyone for reminding me already. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Dan Random, how are you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. It is lovely to see you. Yeah. Look, I'm very glad that I don't need to upload things overnight. I feel very happy about that, Brett. I won't lie. But yeah, when I saw that it was 35 gigabytes to export in 4K, I was like, okay, I can't really just do that and then try and stream Flight Sim. We just know that would result in some sort of blue screen or something like that, knowing the luck of streaming Flight Sim on this channel, so just figured it was safer to not do that. Hey, Garwin, how you going, mate? I did not expect any of the American folks to even be awake and functioning at this time. Either that, or I could actually be wrong about what the time is in America. But I get the feeling that it's not exactly. You're not really here, you're just getting ready for your 5.5 hour commute. What the hell? Well, that would explain why you're up and about and awake at this time of the night, or this time of the morning, or whatever it is for you over there going. I almost did actually consider including this leg of the flight as part of the cooking on the fly, but the cooking on the fly flight is already over 4 hours of actual flying. So I was like, you know what, 4 hours of actual flying, the cooking time required for the dishes we're doing, well, at least the demonstration side of things is just over an hour of me demonstrating. So I figured 1/4 of the time spent demonstrating should be enough time for those who are following along to be able to complete their dishes within the allocated flight time. And I didn't obviously want the stream to end up going for 6 hours or something like that, because then I may as well do another marathon kind of thing. So you only have about 90 minutes to fly this morning, Vruden. Guess what? You're in luck, because this flight is only about 90 minutes. Am I still climbing here, or are we not? No, I'm not still climbing here. We're not quite above the clouds. We're close. We are very close. Alright, we're going to go for a little bit more altitude. I'm going to go for 8,000 just to try and make sure that clear everything. It will be a legendary stream. If you're referring to tomorrow's stream, Tim, I'm really, really, really hoping that I manage to make it live up to the expectations of what sort of it's built up to be. It took a good 5 or 6 hours of filming and a good 4 hours of editing that raw filming footage. So there's a hell of a lot of behind the scenes work that's gone into it as well. So I really, really hope that it achieves what I'm hoping, and I'm sure what the rest of you are hoping it will be. But so far, we look good. We're looking good. So I'll just ride that wave of positivity. But how's everyone else? What's your plans for the weekend? It's coming up. Anyone doing anything exciting? Obviously nobody in New South Wales or Victoria is, but those of you who live in other states or other countries or whatever, especially Garwin, who's got a 5.5 hour commute. Why have you got a 5.5 hour commute? I'm assuming it's racing related, but what are you up to? Brett is off to see the devil. Brett, I didn't know you were coming to see me, mate. You should have said something. Can I sort out PayPal so it allows guest payments? I can try. I didn't even know that was a thing, Tim. I just thought that you could... I'm not... I literally had to sign up to PayPal when I created... my Streamlabs behind the scenes. So I'm about as knowledgeable with PayPal as you probably are, Tim. The only difference is I have an account. But I can definitely look into that, mate. I can definitely look into it. And I'll try and get that sorted before tomorrow's stream. Got a local show, so you're spending the day there with little brother. Oh yeah, nice. That's awesome. You've got your all-in-one day race this weekend. Okay, that's awesome. Practice in the morning, qualifiers after lunch, Race 1 after dinner, race 2 after dark. That's awesome. Awesome. Bubba has Le Mans this weekend. Ah, I see. I mean, I'm assuming Bubba's not actually driving in Le Mans, but then you can contribute. Tim, please, I understand that you want to contribute, but please never feel like you must contribute either, mate. I just want to make that clear. To see Devils at Cradle, the Tassie Devil Park. Ah, okay, fair enough. Now, the Cooking on the Fly stream is scheduled for 12:30 PM GMT plus 10 tomorrow. However, I am more than open to hear from you guys, the viewers, whether you would like that time, whether you would like a later time. Can't have an earlier time, unfortunately, because I'm still going to be out doing things. But I obviously, like, the second half of my day from 12:30 onwards, I'm completely flexible. So that's 12:30 PM GMT plus 10. So I just want to make sure that I can cater to, especially those who are cooking along, because I believe there's a couple of you who are going to attempt to cook along. It's great as long as nothing goes wrong, not much time to fix anything. Yeah, of course. But it still sounds like a lot of fun, going the whole doing a whole race day or a race weekend in a day. That sounds cool. Yeah, not a problem, Brett. All good, mate. All good. And of course, the cooking side of things video will be then re-edited to make it into a YouTube style video, like showing people how to do things, as if it was like not related to the, and that will then be uploaded to the channel as well. So those who are interested in cooking the dishes and may not be able to do it tomorrow during the stream or whatever, you will have access to that cooking video whenever you feel like doing it, if you feel like doing it. So I just wanted to make sure that that was a thing that people were able to do as well. Yeah, Black Evo, I was just explaining at the start of the video, mate, I pulled forward the stream for a couple of reasons. A, I worked at a cafe this morning, so I had an early start. So I'm tired. B, I have things to do to set up tomorrow in relation to the Cooking on the Fly stream tomorrow. And then C, I have people who want to do things with me tomorrow morning, being a weekend. And I want to go to a market that I haven't been able to go to, the local market, since I moved here. So I just went, you know what? I'm going to bring the stream forward, and some people are going to miss out, and that's really shit. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You're not 100% sure about the early timers. You have to get a scan done tomorrow. Oh, Brooding, your power went out. Not a problem, mate. You're looking. Tim says he's looking forward to the India leg cooking on the fly legs. Ooh, yeah, that'll be. Yeah, Indian food is my favourite food to eat as well, Tim. You might be a bit late, but you can always catch up. Not a problem, Black Evo. All good, mate. Look, as I said, David, I'm very flexible on the time that I can actually start the Cooking on the Fly tomorrow. I put 12:30, but that was just before I knew who would be cooking along and what part of the world they're in, etc. So I just tried to sort of pick a time that would mean that sort of everyone across the world is awake or could potentially be awake. However, if those who are cooking along are only in Australia or only in America or whatever, I can change the time. Because as I said, from 12:30 onwards, my day is free. They're just, I'm sure they're just scanning David to make sure he's in actual fact a human and not some sort of robot alien. Maybe they're checking David's DNA to confirm whether or not he has legitimate burger in his DNA or not. I mean, you don't know. Yeah, sorry, David. That's my bad, mate. I just I thought everybody should know that you may or may not be a human. But I mean, I think most people were aware of that anyway. Oh yeah, no, we already know that David Jacko becomes the Stig once we start up American Truck or Euro Truck Sim. You should, he sent me photos before, Wes. It's him with the white helmet and the white suit, and he's just sitting there and he doesn't say anything for the whole stream, he just drives. Oh, Tim, that's a typhoon would be nice, but damn, if you were referring to the typhoon that came into my head when you said typhoon, and that is F6 typhoon, yeah. If you can lend me one of those, that would be awesome. The scan is to check whether watching my channel causes health issues. Well, there's no need to get a scan for that. The answer is yes. Slowly but surely, I am melting your brains. But I'll ask the question about the starting time for the cooking on the fly stream in Discord at the end of this stream. And I mean, is anyone actually... Oh, yep, okay, no worries, Bruden. I'll bring up the VFR map for you. Is anyone actually cooking along tomorrow that is currently here? In this stream. So that's the next waypoint is Cogdar or SBKG, Bruden. You're cooking along, David? Okay, well then straight away, that tells me that I need to work in with your timing, David. So if 12:30 is too early, please let me know. Black says, I won't be cooking, only just got back from a last minute Hong Kong trip, couldn't get food. Not a problem, Black Evo. I did actually read your message in the Discord. I was like, bloody Qantas. But no, all good. you know, if tomorrow goes well, I will try to make this a semi-regular thing, you know, maybe once a fortnight or whatever. So there'll be plenty of opportunities to cook along. No worries, Garwin. You have an absolutely ripper weekend doing the racing in one day event. Look after yourself, mate, and stay safe out there. And I'm sure we will catch you sometime next week. No worries, Black Evo. All good, mate. So David's going to cook the recipe. Hey, GC Bounds, mate. Welcome to the stream on your way to school. Awesome, awesome. Make sure you learn a lot there, bro. So David, it looks as if David, as if you are the only one who's going to be cooking along live tomorrow, at least from what I can deduce from the Discord. When you work tonight, busy day, 6 AM to 11 PM. Bloody LGC Downs, you're doing, you're already doing the chef hours. You may as well just walk into the kitchen and be like, I don't want to wash dishes anymore, I want to cook. This continuous cloud is a little bit annoying. Would like to at least see some of what's below. We get the occasional glimpse here, there, but that's it. You're sounding a bit like me, GC Bounds. I started my day today at 6 AM to go work at a cafe, and now I'm here streaming until probably close-ish to 11 PM. So, I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain. It's not a bad pain. It's a good pain. It's a very enjoyable pain. When I fly the UK and knock up a cheese and ham toastie, you could probably do that and fly at the same time. Look, to those of you who possibly underestimate your cooking skills or your cooking ability, or are concerned that you may not be able to keep up or whatever, please do watch along tomorrow, and do give me as much feedback as you possibly can, because I have tried to make it as informative as I possibly can, so that even the most basic person in the kitchen can achieve the result that the recipes are looking for. Wow, it looks grim down there. It almost looks like it's nighttime underneath us with all this dark rain cloud. I'm almost half tempted to remove the live weather. Not that there's a significant amount of scenery below us, but and also, if people do find tomorrow's cooking to be too difficult, also do let me know. because I don't want to feel like, I don't want people to feel like they can't join in. So I do want to make sure that everyone feels as if they can come along and join in and be a part of it. So I don't want to overcomplicate it. Although tomorrow's cook may sound relatively complicated, it is 2 very basic street food dishes from Brazil. Just basically following the steps you will achieve what needs to be achieved just by following the steps nice and slowly. Gonna go through some cloud here. I'm not sure I'd fly a DA40 through cloud like this in real life. It's pretty rough looking. Wes, it's difficult, you can't join in. It's difficult and you can't join in because it's not currently happening. Looks like hot fresh donuts. Well, actually, one of the dishes tomorrow does look a little bit donutty, I guess, in the fact that it is golden and deep fried. And is pastry. Can't even see the ground through that cloud. Cloud's getting thicker as we're going here. Almost going to have to climb up to like 10,000 feet. So I might actually do that. You'll take a photo of something you didn't prepare earlier. Okay. I really hope this cloud does disappear by the time we get to Recife, whatever it is. I really should start looking into how to pronounce these places before we fly into them. All I do know is that the next cook that we do will probably be, it'll either be towards the bottom of Brazil, or it'll be when we're in like Argentina or whatever, and it will probably be some sort of meat or barbecued dish or something like that. Oh yep, got you in the air Mackie back there, Black Evo. Welcome to the flight, lovely to have you along. As you can see, there's a lot of white. If the weather does improve by the time we get to Recife or Recife or Recife. Let me Google how to pronounce this. Hang on a sec. Oh, I thought I was being funny, but or silly, but it actually is Recife. There you go. We had clearer weather over Manila today. But yeah, look, hopefully it does clear up. If it doesn't, we will turn off live weather just so we can enjoy the lovely beach area that Recife is. I guess the good news we have is it's not a very thick cloud layer. Like, you can almost see through parts of it, so maybe it's now, even though it's rising in altitude, hopefully it's starting to thin out a little bit for us. We just popped under it. What's it like under there, Black Evo? Is the visibility good? Can you see anything? Is it just absolutely pissing down? It's pretty nice. Alright, so what altitude are you at down there? Because if the cloud layer is at a decent level, and we can still keep flying and we can see things and it's not too wet and wild and crazy, might pop down there to obviously watch the scenery. Oh, cloud base is 2,000. That's quite low because we're over some high terrain here right now. But that does mean that, I guess, over here where the high terrain starts to fall away, we can pop down. But cloud base of 2. I mean, Black Evo, you'll probably be able to answer this for us. The cloud base is 2,000. How close are you to the mountains, though? Because I get the feeling you're probably going to be pretty close. You're about 200 feet off the mountains. Okay, we might just stay up here for a little bit. Let me know in the chat, what would people like to do? Would they like to stay up here above the clouds, above the mountains, or would you like to go down and we'll weave our way through some low cloud base and through and around and over some mountainous terrain? Let me know in chat what people would like to do. Risk it for the biscuit? Well, of course David wants to risk it. Should call him the Daredevil. Dive, dive, dive. Alright. Going down. Gonna go down on everyone. I hope that's enjoyable for the rest of you as it is for me. I'm going to start by going down to 3,000 and then review the situation. Hey, Stu, mate, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. I do apologise for the early start. But things have accumulated together to create this earlier start. It certainly won't be a habit or a regular thing, these earlier starts. I know a lot of the Australians right now are like, oh, but it's so good for us. I understand. We're multicultural here at the Just Some Aussie Gamer streams though, so we have to cater to the world. Alright, we may actually have to take the aircraft off autopilot if the terrain gets as mountainous as it's meant to below these clouds. To all the 11 people who like the stream, thank you so much, legends. You really, really are. I expected to be doing this stream realistically to probably about 4 or 5 people just because of the time that I started it at. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Bunch of absolute legends. Damn, up to 16 likes. Holy shit. 3,000 feet works for now. It's a little bit lumpy. No worries. Glad I selected 3,000 feet on the autopilot. $17 likes? Oh. Okay, well it says 16 for me, so there you go. 17. Yeah, exactly. Damn! Just for you, Vruden, just for you. Hey, Bruden, you're behind us according to my, I don't know if that's actually correct, but yeah, it says you're behind us at 1,630 feet. It's wrong? Okay. Cool. Hey, that's actually pretty good. I'm glad, Black Evo, I'm glad you told me that it looks decent below the clouds. Okay, cool. As long as you're not actually back there, that's all that matters, Bruder. As long as you're along with us for the ride, that's awesome. Not a problem, mate. All good, all good. I was just concerned for a sec because I didn't want you to be waiting at an airport for us that we had already passed, that's all. No worries, GC Bounds, mate. Have a good day at school. Have a good day at work. And I hope that 11 PM time slot comes to you nice and fast so that you can get some well-deserved rest after such a big day. Look after yourself, mate. Alright, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I need to go get myself some water. Water. Alright, I have arrived back with hydration Got to keep that voice nice and lubricated. Although I'm sure some of you are like, can you not? Can you just stop talking? Yes, when I go to sleep. Oh, slow fly past here by Black Evo. That's cool. Yeah, exactly right, David. You got to lube that voice. I'm actually glad we came down below the clouds here. It's actually quite pretty. To think that we would have missed this. I'm glad that a decision was made. Was you looking at old data in the sim? Hey? Oh. So it wasn't wrong. You were stuck behind us. Okay, well I'm glad you're up and coming now, mate. I'm glad you're along. I'm glad you are on board. Oh, you thought we were going to land there? No, because it's only like a 90-minute flight today. We might land at a couple of airports along the way tomorrow, though. Glad I said something. Always looking out for my homies on stream. You guys look out for me, I look out for you. We were in a completely different place. Ah, that's interesting. This needs photography, is what this needs. Oh, we've got wind turbines on the hills coming up as well. Black Evo, you're a superstar and you're a legend. I mean, I know you already knew that, but I just wanted to reiterate that you dipping below the clouds was a good decision. Bruden, I cannot imagine what this looks like for you in VR, but keep it in your pants if you can. I'm just out here having an absolute field day with this photography. It's not even giving you a half chub anymore. You've been too desensitized. Wait until we get to like the southern parts of Chile and Argentina. Then you might be able to get that half chub again, Bruden. I feel like Black Evo's like going in and out of the wind turbines. Hey, Llama B! Didn't even realise you were along with us, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying the scenery that we almost missed. You'll probably be almost 70 by the time we get there. Okay, smart ass. I feel like we're making relatively decent progress. We've already done 50 legs. I've only been doing this for 3 months or so. I feel like that's acceptable. At this speed, we're on track to do about 200 legs a year. I honestly don't know how many legs this is going to take, but I would say somewhere between that 400 and 600 legs to complete this journey. Raining again. Yeah, there's little pockets of rain here and there, and I can see over there in the distance that it seems to get really bad. Raindrops keep falling on my head. That doesn't... I don't even know the words other than that. Rain on me. I'd rather be drunk, but I don't even know that. I'll just give up. I give up. I don't know many songs about raining. The viewing figures just plummeted. Yeah. I don't blame him, to be honest, Tim. I'm surprised it hasn't happened earlier with the amount of times I attempt to sing on stream with a completely destroyed voice. I need to save it for proper situations. Yeah, Stu, a lot of legs, and that's just me estimating. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I just know that it's going to take us to almost 100 legs before we are even out of South America. So I'm just sort of estimating that it's going to be somewhere between the 400 and 600, but it could be more. Could be more. Where are we? I'll bring that up for you, mate. So we are in this part of Brazil. So our destination is here. For some reason it's not showing up the code, but that gives you an idea. We've got SIPE up there. Yeah. I don't know if that's helpful or what for you, Stu. The nearest little city to me is Vicentia. And we are back in the wet. In the wet, in the moist. But I think we've come towards the end of the elevated terrain, so might even be able to drop a little bit further down here and still maintain a good view of the world below. Rain gets pretty bad. Okay. Cheers for the heads up. As long as I can, I mean, this flight plan follows the ILS into the runway here at Recife. So I'm just hoping that we're able to get in unscathed. Downloading all the previous flight plans so you can catch up. It's you're going to be there for a while, Tim. Actually, you know, a funny story, or an interesting story as well. Got a notification a couple of days ago on my YouTube that a bloke who I was at TAFE with when we were doing our apprenticeships in Sheffin had subscribed to me on YouTube. Like, as in this channel. And I was like, how? How did he find me? How did he know? Etc. So I chucked him a message, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I watch Oz Flight Simmer," and he's like, "All I've heard for the last few weeks is just conversations about a Bryce, about a Bryce, about a Bryce." And he's like, "I figured I should probably actually check to see who this Bryce that Shane was talking about was," and he's like, "It turns out it was you." I'm like, it's a bloody small world, this flight sim world. So there we go. Somebody, the bloke who I did our TAFing with when he was an apprentice, and I used to pick him up in the morning and drop him off at night because he didn't have a license or anything, watches Shane's streams as well. Yeah, I agree with you, David. I was just like, wow, like, there's actually people out there in the world who I know personally who also watch Oz Flight Simmer. I mean, I know there's people out in the world that I know personally who watch Oz Flight Simmer, but I know that they watch Oz Flight Simmer. I didn't know that he did. The rain doesn't seem to have gotten too bad yet. So, I mean, if anybody else is watching who knows me in real life, hello. Oh, yes. Photo opportunity. Thanks for that, Vruden. The rain is worse in your sim. Well, there you go, Black Evo. That's Microsoft Flight Simulator for you. To a T. Had the same thing with Kangaroo earlier in the stream at the airport that we started off from. Everybody was literally experiencing torrential rain, and he was on live weather with no rain at all. So many photos in this flight. I mean, double rainbows. Oh, double rainbow with those two in the background. Hell yes. What an absolutely spectacular sim this is. Getting into the crappy weather again, though. Just as we get under some really nice, just as we get over some really nice water that I could get a good photo from. Hopefully we pull out the other side. It's always important to make sure that you pull out. Especially when it's this wet. Right, this weather's gone really good. Yes, we're losing some more altitude here. Come in, Vruden, come in before it disappears. Ah, it's just about to disappear. Come back, come back, come back, it's coming back. Yeah, exactly, David. It's wet. You've got to be faster, faster, faster. You have 39 legs to retrace, Tim. Well, shit. That's a lot, mate. That's going to take you a while. Still not quite in the photo, Vruden. There we go. Got it. Beautiful. That's all I wanted to do, was just get a photo of us all in the circular rainbow area. Now, there is a very good question from Brian. Speaking of which, Brian, welcome to the stream, mate. I hope you are doing well. I know you may have already been lurking and all that, but hello. Have you got any good plans or anything for the weekend, mate? You've just been to see your mum? Oh, you're going to go see your mum. Sorry. Yeah, I just asked you if you're going to do anything on the weekend. Don't worry about how my brain works, mate. But no, that sounds good. That sounds really good, mate. I'm always a big fan of spending time with family and all that. It's very, very important, so... Alright, so now we're going to start the process of lining up with the runway here at Recife. Yep, Vruden's heading straight over to the airport, which makes sense in the helicopter. I'm going to lose even more altitude here. We're going to just try to maintain some sort of view of the ground at all times. Just another work day. A damn good question though, really, and not even one that I would have thought to have asked, but now that Brian did ask it. Yeah. But I guess I'm sure there was butterflies there, Black Evo, in your first couple of years of piloting and all that. Or I could be wrong, but oh shit. It's a Friday night, that means there was a footy game on, and it's actually a relatively you still get excited and have to remind yourself just how cool it is. Well, I'm glad you haven't lost that side of Black Evo. That's really good. Oh wow, I can't believe I missed that footy game. There you go. Just buzzing all the people's houses here on descent here into Recife. So basically fully lined up now with the runway and only 1,000 feet above the ground. So this whole full circular double rainbow is pretty spectacular though. Sometimes it's worth having the not so nice weather when you get scenarios like that. The buildings here in Recife look different compared to the other Brazilian cities we've flown over so far. Even that's a good photo. Very, very picturesque part of the world this is. Alright, the airport's right there, right there. Focus on what you're doing, Bryce. Focus on what you're doing.
Antes no era así, quemaba con cuero todo ese dolor. Cuando comprendí que esto no me llevaba a algún lugar y te conocí, solo con un beso me hiciste el amor. Desde eso no quería nada más. Baby, contigo me siento bien, que feliz yo de ser tu mujer. Me gusta esta versión, lo que yo soy con vos. Yeah, solo necesitaba tu amor, a mi vida posible.
I just realised I haven't returned on my track IR here. I guess I sort of don't really need it for this approach. As nice as it would be to be able to look out to the left right now at the very pretty city of Recife.
Y a mi alma no está en venta, para separar no se inventa. Muchas cosas raras que comentan, ya no sé, pero baby, contigo me siento bien, que feliz yo de ser tu mujer. Me gusta esta versión.
Alright. Put some flaps in and give it a little bit of power so that we don't fall out of the sky, because I just realised that we're flying along there at 80 knots with no flaps in whatsoever. And here comes the rain as we get closer to the ground. No worries, Vruden, mate. Understand you have places to be and all that, mate. All good, all good. Glad you enjoyed. Look after yourself, bro. And I will see you in tomorrow's stream, hopefully, mate. This might be my first not so good landing. Probably my worst landing of the whole world adventure so far, I would say. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Recife in Brazil. An extremely picturesque part of the world that I am glad we just, thanks to Black Evo's thought process, we got to fly under the clouds and enjoy everything that this part of the world had to offer. Hopefully the weather is better for tomorrow's flight. Your live weather has better live weather than... Yep, that sounds like Microsoft Flight Simulator. It really does. Hey, I didn't even realise that Bearer78 was flying along with us this evening. So many lurkers in the chat. Hey, even Sean Dale's here. Damn. If you do, if you do come in and watch the stream, do feel free to just drop in and say hi. I love to acknowledge you and say hi and find out about what's going on in your life and hope that you are doing well, etc. So please, please never feel like you need to be a stranger when you drop into the chats on these streams. That's what happens when I sing? Yeah, actually, that's a good point, Tim. Oh, Beera78 just joined. Sorry, Beera, we're about to end the stream. I had to do a bit of a time change because I've got things that I need to do tomorrow. So I do apologise for that, mate. Oh, you've only been here 5 minutes as well. Okay, all good then. All good. No, I just thought, thought for a sec that you guys had been here for the whole flight, and I was like, oh. But, all good, all good. Just don't want anyone to feel like they need to lurk or be a stranger when it comes to these streams. I want nothing more than to have a conversation with all of you. But, ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us to Recife. And the end of the half century. So we are now past the 50 leg point. Now tomorrow we're cooking whilst we fly. So if you are joining in with that, please please drop that in the cooking on the fly part of the Discord, because I will be interested to know who's going to be cooking along, who's thinking about cooking at a later point. But everyone, thank you so much for coming along. It was a pleasure to have you along. Apologies for the weather, even though I don't create the weather. But I'm sure we made the best of what we could, and those rainbows and stuff were quite phenomenal. But I do hope you all have a fantastic rest of the day, wherever you are in the world. Make sure you do look after yourselves. Stay safe, stay well. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That's the most important part of information I can give you. And I will see you hopefully in tomorrow's Cooking on the Fly stream. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you adieu.
Escucho lo que dice el cora, lo bueno es lo que se demora, vale la pena cada herida y el sufrimiento. Yo escucho lo que dice el cora, lo bueno es lo que se demora, vale la pena cada herida. No fui el primero, ni seré el último, ni seré el último. Rompiste mi corazón, no fui el primero, ni seré el último, ni seré el último. Rompiste mi corazón. Tiramos al que está pendiente de la cita. Está malvada y quien la ve tan bonita. Estoy pa' ti siempre, beba. Bebamos la noche entera. Baby, nos jugamos tú y yo en la noche. Eres independiente y se te ve, yo lo sé. Tienes interés, baby, llámame. Baby, nos jugamos. Un mensaje mío, que mismo te pones bien elegante, yeah. Que yo se ha creído, pero lo que hago contigo en la noche es arte, yeah. Quieres la llama cuando tienes frío, al menos chica eres muy sensata. Te vas cuando tus padres están dormidos y lista pa' perrear, bebé, a los ata, yeah. Baby, nos jugamos tú y yo en la noche. Eres independiente y se te ve, yo lo sé. Tienes interés, baby, llámame. Baby, nos jugamos. 1, 2, 3, comienza la acción. Ella es fanática de la atención, canta a pulmón justo esa canción que le cambió toda la dirección. Ya que ese ex no quiere más, no quiere llanto, no quiere nada. Quiere gozarla, quiere escapar de lo que era su realidad. Ya no está puesta para el drama, lo que quiere es gozar.